catch Grimzy while I was doing something else. Welcome everyone to the Drunk Tales. I'm Andrew. That's Grimzy in the background messing around with a light.
Come on, dickhead. What the fuck is this? God damn it. I'm out here fucking struggling. You out here fucking dickhead.
And today we're joined with Erik, otherwise known as, is it NoCinErik?
No C and Erik.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
I spelled it the right way.
Fucking retard. You see how that shit works?
Oh my
You
god.
gotta use your fucking brain, man, while I'm out here. That's what you do. Grown folks while I'm doing something. Asshole. Fucking dickhead. I hate this motherfucker, man.
Erik, thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah.
God damn, I just fucking flashbanged myself. Hold on.
For those of us that weren't here for the live stream on Monday night, go back and watch that, and then come back and watch this when you're done. The giveaway winner was announced on there, and if you haven't responded to us yet, you do have 7 days to respond. You might have already responded, but guess what? I'm recording this on Monday, and it's coming out on Friday, so standing here, I'm not editing it out. Erik, thanks so much for coming on the show.
Yeah, thanks for having me, guys. Appreciate it.
Yeah. So, Afghanistan, which, I mean, obviously, right? If
Yeah, it's my homie.
If Cav recommends somebody, we just got to have them on. We got to do it.
Cav's my homie.
We actually were just talking about, I mean, we've talked about them a couple times. Cav and Shroomzy, they're nonsense.
Shroomzy, he's a very strange individual, and I love it so fucking much. I don't know what it is, bro. Fucking Shroom, bro. It makes me want to fucking take shrooms just to look at his posts, bro. What the fuck? That is a very strange individual, bro.
Oh,
that
dude.
that motherfucker is wild, and I love it. I can't lie to you.
He's probably one of my favorites, just to sit there and just look at his shit and be like, how did he fucking like what did he wake up today?
Yeah.
And like think to post that?
Yeah.
Like
He's the
where
only
did that come
motherfucker,
from?
bro. He went I think he went 2 whole days of just posting still shots of JD Vance and as like the fat fucking, he's got the fucking thing. And it's got like
a bathroom door and shit.
yeah,
right?
it's got like 46 seconds worth of music, but it's a still image. And I watched the whole fucking thing.
Because
I might be a retard a
waiting
little
for
bit.
something to happen.
Yeah, yeah.
But did you see all the ones where it was like JD was like underneath like the
Yeah,
bathroom door?
yeah.
and
I
shit?
don't know why I watched the whole fucking thing every time. It doesn't make any sense for me to do that. But all right, yeah, he's a weird individual, and I like that shit.
Oh yeah, no, he's my that's definitely my jam.
Dude, everything he posts, it just, I don't even know, man. I just look at him like, how? First of all, like you said, when you woke up this morning, what the hell were you thinking? Because
It's like he woke up and chose violence. That's what it's like.
it's not-
Except
have you seen Grimzy's Department of Goofy Detection and Prevention post?
I was gonna say something before you went off of the live stream because that shit had me rolling. When Kron QT'd it, I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, Kron solidifies shit.
Yeah.
People really start believing shit when Kron posts it.
He makes it real.
So when I had come up with the idea for it, actually somebody called Grimzy a Fed in our comments somewhere. And I was like, no, he is. What do you mean, is he? No, he is. He's the director of the Department of Goofy Prevention. Or I didn't say he was the director. I said we're trying to get him through the congressional hearings right now or something like that. I was like, call your officials or call your congressman and let them know. And I was like, okay, I'm going to lean into this. So then I had all this shit generated for it. And dude, so I went and I sourced a bunch of actual press releases from the press secretary and stuff. And so I generated the picture. I generated the badge that went with it. And then had the professional image and stuff done with it. And I was just like, we got to have something that comes out where it looks like official. Dude, I'm not fucking bullshitting you. And I didn't get a screenshot in time because I didn't realize they were going to delete it. The fucking White House liked the picture.
No.
Yeah. I saw the fucking notification and I went to click on it and it took me to the post. I was like, wait, what? And I went back to try and take it and they had fucking deleted it. It was only in there for a second. And I was like, fuck,
You
man.
gotta think, who's the homie? Who's
You
the
know,
homie?
Drew, you
Who's-
had one job.
Who's there managing that? But you got to think somebody there at the White House they're part of the crew.
Sure.
Somebody
yeah,
there.
I'm sure they are. But I think it was just convincing enough. It was like just right there that they didn't actually read it. So they probably liked it and then started reading. And they're like, oh shit, no fuck.
Like that shit real quick.
But yeah, I took a different screenshot of it and I posted it on Facebook and I was like, somehow I tricked the fucking US government. And that's like one of my best posts on Facebook and Instagram in like weeks, just some random fucking thing. Cause for just like Grimzy's audience from like, his, TikTok doesn't translate to X or YouTube or whatever. Like people on my Facebook don't really follow the podcast. A few of them do periodically, like when they see, because I'll post like the giveaways there periodically just to see if garner some interest. But I just Grimzy, those posts that I sent you the other day, those screenshots of where I was like, yeah, I do it on Facebook, but not on X. Guess who got a dick slap on Facebook this week?
Yep,
this guy.
Facebook,
Which is wild. Which is wild because I'll tell you right now,
anymore.
I post outlandish shit on Facebook and I never get dinged. Never. I've called somebody some of the nastiest shit ever on Facebook. I post pictures of people from their fucking profile.
Do you say anything political ever on Facebook?
My whole page is political.
That's crazy. I'm on my third profile.
That's my. You understand? Like that. My entire shtick is all political.
Oh,
It
man.
must be. They must.
And I've grown to like 70K on Facebook in the last 2 months.
That's wild. That's
All doing political shit and making fun of Juans and telling them to go cut my lawn and shit.
Do you actually go in there and like engage like in the comments like you do on X? You do?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I talk shit. I talk mad shit. I talk mad shit. I call people all types of retards. I tell them to come mow my lawn. You know what I'm saying? I some of the most like friendly fire racist shit towards Hispanics. I'm on there saying that shit, and they are very upset. There's like the wands. There's like the liberal wands, and then there's like the conservative wands, and then me and the conservative wands like to tag team on the liberal wands. And we get into that whole thing. I'm on Facebook talking mad shit. I've never gotten dinged on anything, and I've said wild shit on there, bro.
That's funny.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I'm honestly jealous because I don't say shit anymore. Like I stopped. Like
Yeah, I don't know.
I want to.
Facebook,
I would.
they
love
love me.
I miss doing it. That's why I'm on my third profile.
So my Facebook experience, you guys, I always forget this, that it's completely different from what you guys would see. I don't have any ads ever. I found a way to eliminate all ads years ago, and I can explain that sometime on the show if guys want to know about it. So I don't ever see any ads. I don't ever see any pages or accounts that I don't follow, with very few exception. Sometimes Facebook will try and promote like 3 or 4, and I just hit the little X thing to remove them, and then it's just back to only people that I follow and things that they share.
Speaking of fucking ads, Facebook likes to be funny on fucking ads, bro. So I'm monetized on Facebook, right?
Okay.
So it'll get to a point where my videos will run ads periodically.
Yeah.
And on one of my videos talking about the goat fuckers, they ran a Muslim ad on the video of me talking about goat fuckers, and I just now figured it out. Somebody in the comments was like, they're running Muslim ads on your videos, right? I'm like, bro, that's some ironic ass
That's
shit.
the algorithm working right there.
That's
That's
algorithm
hilarious.
right there. I had this one MAGA dude. He's a MAGA Muslim. I had him message me very upset because he doesn't like that I talk about the goat fuckers. But I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna talk about what I want to talk about.
So I posted, I don't know, a week or 2 ago. I sent you the screenshot of it, so whatever it said it was, that all Muslims were terrorists and Islam isn't the religion of whatever they say, religion of peace or whatever. It's the religion of terrorism or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I had a handful of people that responded to it, maybe like 25, 50 people. But these weren't even public posts. They were only posts that my friends could see. And I have like, I don't know, 4,000 or 5,000 friends, because it's an original account that I've had since 2007. And then the second one as well, the one that I got dinged for yesterday or Saturday, and it was that all Muslims are pedophiles. And dude, people are so fucking mad. They're so mad at me for it. And they're like, well, whatever. I'm like, okay, so why do they marry off their young girls that are underage, that haven't even sometimes hit puberty yet? Like, not even are they underage, but they haven't even hit puberty. What do you mean it's not
Not to
true?
mention, they're not just sending them off. They're getting paid for it.
Yeah. And then, who was it that was talking about on this very show about having to, kind of walk away and not say I didn't see or hear anything to their terps, like raping boys in a fucking tent somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember.
I mean, so especially in Afghanistan, we weren't allowed to say shit. Like, you don't say anything. And I don't know if you heard about that staff sergeant that like went whack and like took out like half a freaking village or whatever. That was while I was in Afghanistan. He was down south of us, and like that kind of shit kind of pushes you over the edge, man.
So when you have the people who are like, I would punch a drill sergeant in his face or whatever. That's not. I'm not that guy.
Yeah.
But I'm the guy when like I can't keep my mouth shut for shit like that. Like
I never. The only thing I saw that was really bad, we can actually laugh about it. I saw 5 dudes run a train on a donkey through thermal. So
here's the thing. All right, check
serious.
it out. People get mad. All right, look. People get mad at me because I say the whole. People get mad at me because I say the whole goat fucker thing, but you don't understand. I have people who literally have seen it. And just like you, the fucking donkeys and goats and all types of shit. I'm not saying it because it's not true, motherfucker. I have eyewitness accounts of motherfuckers telling me this happened. That's why they get called goat fuckers when I'm speaking about them. Okay, I think this shit is nasty, bro. If you fucking getting with marrying kids at 6, 9, 10, 11 years old, and you fucking ghost, the shit is nasty, bro. I don't give a fuck. I don't care.
Yeah,
I don't care. You get mad at me if you want to.
I would say this about Afghanistan. Afghanistan was a unique fucking animal. Like, those people are on a whole fucking weird, different angle that, like, dude, it was a trip. Like, Iraq, yeah, you do have go fuckers there, but Afghanistan was like a whole other, like, they lived in a very different world than everybody else. Like,
I was thinking the other day, I don't know if you guys are familiar with, and I don't know who they are or what their name is or whatever, but there's still like 3 or 4 like uncontacted. They've had some contact, but they've killed the people that have went there. But there's like 3 or 4 indigenous tribes that are like protected by the globe at this point. You're not allowed to travel there. It's like there's like a couple islands around. Like,
yeah, where that dude was like on the boat and he like tried to get out there and they ended up killing him like as soon as he got there.
Yeah, and like carrying his fucking dead corpse around and shit.
Yeah.
So
yeah, you talking about the cannibals?
Yeah. I always kind of wonder like what those people like. I want to get a drone out and just watch them just fly around because I want to see what these motherfuckers do. I'm really curious.
Will they start praying to it?
They're gonna fuck around. They're just gonna start, throwing shit at each other and fucking.
Dude, what if you like
carcasses?
Like
I don't know, bro.
The Chinese drone shows with like 10,000 drones.
Yeah,
put like on a drone show for them. Could you imagine?
Oh my god, they'll fucking shit themselves.
That dude,
they'll definitely shit themselves.
Oh my god,
that's fucked up. That's fucked up when you think about it. When you really think about it. These motherfuckers haven't seen nothing. They're still playing with sticks and dung, and you bring out a drone show for these motherfuckers. Oh no, that's crazy.
So you took it way farther than what I was gonna say. I was gonna say somebody that I don't know very well. She's a client of my wife's, but I've known her on social media for a while, and she's gone full tilt into the what's his name, Tucker Carlson, like did a whole thing recently about fucking airplane chemtrails. So people are like losing their minds about that shit again. And I'm like, oh my fucking God. But dude, could you imagine if you had never seen an airplane before, and then you just see this fucking streak in this cloud,
dude, you would have, I mean, I really couldn't imagine what they think.
Yeah,
like when they see those, I'm sure they see them. I'm sure they're like,
oh yeah,
like
for sure,
looking at them going like, you know, some kind of a god or an angel or some shit. I don't know.
Flashing lights in the sky, or like when I
mean, they could probably see satellites and shit flying over.
When like Starlink does like a deployment of like 60 satellites, and you have the train going through the sky, dude.
I don't think those dudes look up very often.
I don't know, but
like that night sky.
I don't know. I feel like those dudes don't look up very often.
Could you
like
imagine
everything they need is on the ground?
Could you imagine the kind of like religious like process that they might go through? Like, oh, you know, the way that people in the past have looked at like the stars or have looked at comets and things like that, and you know, the whole making a wish on a shooting star. Like, what do you think that they had come up with for that kind of stuff? That'd be really interesting, but we'll never know because they'll kill you and eat you.
Someday somebody's gonna get over there and be able to ask them. One day is gonna be able to get over there and like. So what do you think of this shit?
And I think actually this might be like one of the only times that something like that would ever happen or be able to work properly, because how would you even translate their language? But at least now with like AI, you could probably, because you could have it translate and you could go through like basic stuff like this is a tree, this is sand, that's water, and then start to build that language from there. But like, what do you go there with? An army? Just go there like you're invading and shit and be like, I'm protected because I want to learn your language and understand what you're going through? Grimzy, you're not drinking tar water?
Fuck no. Fuck no. I don't know what the fuck. He said he had leaves in his mouth. I'm straight.
If you guys haven't watched the episode with Shellnut, he was drinking some weird concoction of some nonsense. I don't even know what the fuck it was.
Probably came from them indigenous tribes we talking about.
Probably.
It's probably where he got it from.
So back to talking about the Taliban, Afghanistan, everything like that. You had spoken on the live stream about how you were injured pretty early on in your time in the army, and then transitioned into the dark side to becoming an officer as a Mustang. Which program did you go through to do that? Did you just do green to gold?
Oh yeah, I did green to gold.
Okay.
Yeah. So I, after I broke my back jumping out of planes and shit, I was like, I'm gonna get paid for this shit. Yep. I was doing night classes at Embry-Riddle, and I was like, yeah, where's your campus is at? And they're like, we have one in Prescott, Arizona, and one in Daytona Beach, Florida. And I was like, sign me up, I'm out. So I as soon as I heard Daytona Beach, Florida, like I did my packet like that month.
So becoming an officer, is that like, you working somewhere and then you get moved up to assistant manager and nobody fucking likes you anymore?
With an education
it's more like
step.
it's more like when your district manager shows up out of the blue and starts telling everybody what to do, and you have no idea who he is or why he's there. It's more like that.
It's fair.
Yeah.
So
because I know there's a divide, man. There's a divide in between like just regular enlisted guys and officers. There's that fucking divide there of like.
Well, if you want to get even more in the weeds here, Grimzy, there's also warrant officers, which are like, and there used to be another rank called spec rank, and warrant officers are like hyper specialized. They're typically in the army, at least. They're just pilots and like logisticians. So they like pack airplanes or write the manifest for packing airplanes.
They're very specialized.
Yeah.
Very specialized. Like we have air traffic controller warrants. We have air defense warrants, but they're like few and far between.
And nobody ever sees them.
Yeah, nobody ever sees them. We really should bring back the spec ranks, if you ask me. But yeah, on the officer side, like, I'm middle management where I was, as a lieutenant and then a captain. As a platoon leader, I had anywhere between 20 to 50 dudes. And then as a company commander, you can have anywhere between 150 to 250, something like that. I was a company commander. I did recruiting. It was a fucking nightmare. That was the worst job ever.
What
That
years?
sounds fun.
Yeah, it was 14 and 15. No, it was terrible.
I would imagine 14 and 15 wouldn't be as bad as trying to get people in like
it was
early 2000s.
no. It was. I mean, like the thing was nobody wanted to enlist for Obama. So it was
Fair.
kind of a. That was like.
No, yeah, that
That was
makes
the
a
thing,
whole
like-
lot of sense.
Yeah, a whole lot of people. And I was in Missouri and Kansas, so Southwest Missouri, Southeast Kansas, and a bunch of old, rednecks and shit, and a bunch of, patriots. Really, I mean, a lot of them, but they just did not. They're like, nah, nope.
So let me ask you a question. How many people did you have like myself? So quick little backstory. I was in the delayed entry program for the Air Force Reserve. And then I got a DUI. I was 18 turning 19. Okay, so underage drinking DUI. And I called up my recruiter and he was like,
Oh
"You're
my
fucked.
God,
Just
yeah.
eat
Yeah.
a dick."
I'm gonna throw this packet in the shredder.
Yeah. So I had scored a 98 on the ASVAB. Like the overall score was 98. So they were just like, do whatever you want, pick whatever job, do whatever you want.
Yeah.
And so I my parents bailed me out. They're all pissed off at me. They're like, "What the fuck are you gonna do?" So I grabbed my packet, and it was all in the same building, at least where I was recruited from. Walked out of his office, walked 2 doors down into the active duty component Army recruiter's office. I walked in and I was like, "Hey, Brad down the hall said that he can't help me. I just got a DUI and I was in dep. Here's all my shit from MEPS. Can you guys like get me out of this and get me shipped off?" They're like, "Fuck yeah, we'll get you out of here in like a couple weeks."
What year was that?
2007 or so. It was,
yeah,
yeah,
they gave zero shits back then, dude.
Yeah.
Zero. They're like, as long as you didn't murder anybody, yeah, rock and roll.
So the DUI was in December, like mid-December. And then they went to court with me in like January-ish. And then the judge, like the recruiter came with me and was like, he's got his shit figured out. We're shipping him off. We've got a ship date for him already.
That is so illegal.
Really?
So super illegal.
Oh shit. Yeah.
Dude.
They didn't care.
No, not you didn't do anything wrong. That recruiter, fuck. Like, it doesn't matter now. Nobody gives a shit. I mean, it's been 18 years,
Yeah.
12 years, 13 years, whatever.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, almost 19. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But dude, like, if you were to do that today, like, oh my God.
Really?
Like, oh yeah. Straight to jail. Like,
Damn.
yeah. Recruiters still do that shit. Recruiters are the most like crooked motherfuckers on the planet.
Oh yeah. Oh,
yeah. And as a company commander, like my job is to like not pay attention.
In a way, so Grimzy, if you're not familiar, they have like quotas and stuff that they have to meet. So they're like the cops that give out speeding tickets because they need to hit so many before the end of the month. That's kind of like what recruiting is like. Lie to as many people as you can, get as many people through the
Yeah,
door.
I used to cut the hair of a recruiter, and he had some wild fucking workarounds for a lot of different shit.
I can believe it, man. Like at that same time when I joined, just before a couple months before I joined, a buddy of mine that I went to high school with, he had gone into the Army in the active component. And this motherfucker did so fucking shitty on the ASVAB that they had to give him a waiver for how fucking stupid he was. Like
What is a shitty score on an ASVAB?
Yeah.
I mean, anything below a 28 really is like really bad.
What, right? What's the highest you can get on an ASVAB?
100. I mean, I've never met anybody that had 100, but like 98. I think I had like a 91 or 92, something like that. That's like anything above. So from the Army standard, anything above a 50 is considered. You're pretty intelligent. You can tie your shoes. And
Is the ASVAB
that's
hard?
intelligent. That's no. There's, I mean, no. Well,
You know the test that you had to take like every year in high school and shit to, so in Indiana it was called the I-STEP. Here in North Carolina it's called end of year something, I don't know, but it's like math, science, some writing.
I think it was called in Illinois. It was called the ISAT.
So it's like that, just with a couple other things in there, like, do you know how to cook? Do you know how to fucking fix a car? Just kind of stupid, generic shit.
Yeah, if you have this gear turning this way, which way is this gear going to turn? You know, shit like that. I had a chick who had a master's degree take the ASVAB and score a 13.
Yikes.
With a master's degree.
Yikes.
Was she sucking dick to get that master's? So what the fuck was going on
I don't know
there?
what she was doing. She's like, I'm gonna be an officer, and she came in and we took her ASVAB like, you can with a waiver.
You better go make that fucking sandwich, bitch. Better get in that kitchen, make a sandwich.
Yeah, I mean,
you ain't gonna be no fucking officer.
Shit, they just got rid of the laundry specialists. So
really?
they got so you can't even get the real dum dums any because what they used to do
they had a laundry specialist.
Oh yeah, yep. They were some special people. I mean, these are like I'm not even joking. Like when I was in basic, I had a dude. I had to teach him how to tie his shoes. Like we had one dude. We had to teach him how to bathe. This is like legitimate shit. Like, and both these guys were laundry specialists. But what they do is they get them in, and then they kind of get them like into schooling in the Army and try to help pull their head out of their asses so that they can get into another job. But yeah, that was an actual.
There's no saving somebody who can't tie their shoes, bro.
Yeah, I mean, after what have you seen? Oh my god, why can't I think of the name? Gomer Pyle. What the fuck is the name? Full Metal Jacket.
Are you thinking of Gomer Pyle? I was thinking of fucking run fucking Forrest Run. Forrest Gump.
Forrest Gump.
Yeah.
like there's some Forrest Gump people. That is.
But I don't know. But Forrest Gump was good on accident.
Yeah, and then you get the Gomer Pyles. Those are real people. They are real. That is a thing.
Absolutely, 100%. Yeah.
I remember my first time seeing that shit. Seeing fucking Gomer Pyle just.
People think that's just like a movie. No,
bro. Hi, Joker. I said, what the fuck is going on here? Nah, bro.
When the drill sergeant comes in, or when the DI comes in, he's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" I'm like, "Oh my god, yes, that is so." Oh yeah, he's like, "Why aren't you beating his fucking head in?" Like, yep.
When the first time I watched Full Metal Jacket with the youngest, because like I said, he's huge military war diehard. Like this kid knows everything about World War II. So we have the USS North Carolina battleship downtown that is a museum now, so you can go and tour it and everything. So we're actually going back on December 7th because they do like a whole reenactment thing on both on December 7th and on D-Day. So he literally fucking knows everything. So we're watching Full Metal Jacket, and I left for some reason. I don't remember what it was. I was either going to the store, going to the gym, one of the two, I don't know. And he was still watching the movie, and it was right at about the point when they were like in Vietnam. And my wife walked downstairs, and it was right at the part when the hooker was talking about sucking somebody's dick, and he's sitting there on the couch watching it by himself, has no idea what's going on.
I do everything.
Yeah.
Everything, $5.
She texts me, she's like, "What the fuck do you have watching?" I'm like, it's just Full Metal Jacket. She's like, the scene that I just saw, like, that's not what I thought was in the movie. I'm like, no, that's definitely in the movie.
That was 100% of the movie. It's a fan favorite section of that movie.
Yep. So, fuck, I can't stop laughing now. Yeah, there's some very dumb people in the military, Grimzy. And I mean, they're useful idiots, though. Like, a lot of times, once they're good at their job, they don't need to be intelligent. You just need them to show up on time and fucking do what they're supposed to do.
Dude, I had this one guy. I swear to God, if I told him to push a boulder up the side of a mountain, he would do it without even asking any questions. Just go.
Yep.
But God forbid You need him to do anything else, like that, like required thought.
Yep.
But this guy was like 2% body fat. I mean, just a freaking stacked, just a brick house. And I had him just loading mortar rounds the whole time. That's all he did. He just broke down mortar rounds and loaded them in the mortar. That was it for a whole year. And he could load a mortar stupid fast. And that was what he was good for.
Some people are literally just machines like that.
I think about him all the time. I really wonder what happened to him. Like, because that guy, like, I don't even know if he could like access his like banking statements or something like that. like, I mean, I wonder about it all the time. Like, man, I wonder what that guy ended up becoming. Like, he would have a trouble working at a McDonald's. I'm not making that up.
There was a guy that I went to basic training. So there's very few people that I really do actually remember their names, other than people that I still keep up with on social media. But we had this one guy in basic. His name was Hinahosa, and he strategically planned when he was going to go AWOL from basic to when he had fire guard. So nobody fucking knew, right? So we get woken up because nobody's on fire guard, and drill sergeant comes in there fucking losing his goddamn mind. We have no idea what's going on because nobody was ever woken up to take his place. This motherfucker picked the worst goddamn time to try and go AWOL from Fort Knox in the middle of the fucking winter. That night, we happened to get hit with a massive fucking snowstorm, and he's out in the middle of the fucking woods, has no idea where he's going, just fucking snowing on his ass. They ended up finding him like several hours later. He didn't take anything with him because he literally left from we were on the 3rd floor of our barracks building, and he was down, in the stairwell at the little desk down there. So he just walked right out the door, and nobody knew. He didn't go back up to like grab his cold weather gear. He didn't do anything. He just fucking walked out the door and just nobody saw him again until obviously several hours later. Dude,
Knox is in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. There's nowhere that you can fucking go.
There's nowhere to go.
So he didn't go AWOL. He took a walk. Yeah, motherfucker, you have to actually go somewhere to go fucking AWOL.
If they catch me, I'd be like, yeah, I just got lost, man. I went to the bathroom and
I just needed a smoke break and fucking
squirrel. So there's him, something. And then there's this guy that was also medical casualty at RTB with me, and he was probably one of the guys that so nobody could understand how the fuck this guy fucking made it through 6-day whiskey school. Like, this dude literally couldn't tie his shoes, but he was a medic somehow. Just didn't make any fucking sense. Dude, we were doing CWSA, right? We're cadre at the time, so just kind of going through the motions. My squad leader was trying to convince me to stay in, so he had me go through school, all that shit. And he's doing the rope crawl, if I can fucking talk. And he couldn't figure out how to crawl on it and like get his legs, so he flipped over upside down underneath it. And then this dude had like some sort of genetic disorder where his joints like don't work like ours do. Like he could fold, he could bend over backwards and suck his own dick probably.
You don't have to. That's not necessary to even bring that back up. It's honestly not even necessary. Like, we usually connect the dots, and that shit's like, you didn't have to connect those fucking dots, bro. Okay. Just let it be known.
So here's the rope, right? So I'm like from his perspective. So a normal person, if they fall into the rope, they hook it like by crossing their legs, right?
Right.
This motherfucker was able to take his legs like this, completely fucking sideways. I have video of this. I believe I still have it. And a bunch of like our platoon sergeant and our squad leader, they're huge like UFC guys at the time. I think it was called the omoplata, is like what the move is in Brazilian jiu-jitsu, where like you can like get your legs around like that. Dude, the fucking freakiest shit ever. But the dude, like, no idea how he had made it through life into his 20s. There was no reason that this kid should still be alive. If there was still to this day natural selection, he would not have made it out of the fucking hospital.
Who trusted that motherfucker as their medic?
That's the question.
Nobody
did.
To the best of my knowledge, he was never in a deployable unit. So I don't think he ever deployed, which was probably lucky for somebody.
They probably had him sitting there checking just doing like checking people off on every morning. That was it. That's all he was capable of doing. Check people's names off. That's it.
Dude, and because we didn't have
find jobs for dumb people. There's always jobs for dumb people. You can always figure something out.
We didn't have barracks inspections or anything like that because we were cadre, and there's not time for that in those kind of schools and stuff. Well, one day, I don't remember why, our squad leader came in for something, and he wanted to just like go through our rooms real quick, which wasn't a big deal. He comes through mine. He comes through. There was only like 3 of us that lived in the barracks. Everybody else was married and lived off post, or lived in base housing at least at a minimum. So he walks through mine, he walks through the other guys, and then he walks through Fishburne's. Dude, this motherfucker, when you think of like a guy that lives in his parents' basement and has like piss bottles everywhere, this was his fucking barracks room for real. Piss bottles on like desks and in tables. Dude, your fucking barracks room is like the size of this room that I'm in right now with a bathroom attached to it. Why can't you just go to the goddamn bathroom? Yeah, dude. Fucking insanely disgusting.
There's some nasty motherfuckers out there.
Yeah. So
that was the worst part about being in the infantry.
Yeah.
Because it's already funky. I don't need you to make it funkier than it already is, man.
Yeah.
Like we don't shower for like a week or something. Like bro.
Grimzy, have I ever? Oh my god, dude, the not showering shit. So during rap week, and now I think it's only 3 days, or it was 3 days at that time. They parted down from 5 days to 3 days. By the time they got to fucking Darby and went in the Darby Dome after the Ruck March, and we would give them their Bicillin and Pneumovac shots, which go into their fucking ass, Grimzy. We have to give these dudes shots on their fucking ass after they haven't showered for 4 fucking days. 300 people pulling their fucking pants down.
Smell it right now.
Yep.
And then they also have their this is
you don't have to say it like, because then you're gonna make me. It's like
that ammonia.
You're creating aromas in my.
Think of ammonia.
I'd like to not fuck you, buddy. I don't want to fuck. No, fuck all that. I don't want to. Come on, man. It's ammonia. Why are all you vets just nasty motherfuckers, man? Just nasty as shit.
I mean, you gotta laugh about it. I mean, fuck. I mean,
Yeah, but I don't want to smell. We could laugh, but I don't want to smell it.
Oh man, the more you think about it.
Dude, I've seen.
How was that for you, Drew?
Fucking horrific. Terrible.
Yeah, how was that shit? Hey, was it different by like the, you know what I'm saying? By like the different standard of man, like the bigger dudes, they smelled worse than the little dudes. No. Did you separate them by color?
No, not at all.
Did you rank them? Did you rank them worst to best?
Dude, so the building, when you go in, it's like it's a big hut, and it has there's 2 sides that are like, basically there was like built to be like offices on the sides, and then the middle is like a big classroom. So there's almost like pews, almost like church pews with like a stage up front and like a projector, but they were like hard mounted benches and then tabletops. So that's where they would do like any sort of education, like learning what to eat and like what the mission planning was and shit like that. So you have all of them in there. This is immediately after. So they've done 4 days of bullshit, running, PT tests, CWSA, which is Combat Water Survival Assessment, since I didn't say that, and I know you hate acronyms.
I hate acronyms so fucking much, bro.
The Darby Queen, obstacle course, all kinds of shit. And then they end rap week and start Ranger School with a 15.3 mile ruck march through the middle of the night. So typically, I would have to ruck with them because I had Dum in my unit. So we put him as the truck driver. Dude, all you have to do is just follow the formation in the Humvee. Just don't run anybody over. And so then I had to ruck with the RIs and PIs. And obviously I wasn't carrying a full pack. I just had my aid bag on me. I didn't carry like a full load most of the time. So I'm out there walking with them. So I'm fucking dying, sweating my ass off. It's the middle of the night. I've been awake for like 24 fucking hours, and I have to walk in here and fucking shove needles in dudes' assholes. So I was just a fucking zombie, dude. I was like Just get this out of the way. I want
You the motion was not necessary. You see what I'm saying? This is why you make it. You have to fucking make it real. I don't need to be there with you. You already said you're putting needles in dudes' assholes. I didn't need the fucking.
Okay. My bad. Oh.
And then like you're spreading it when you.
You don't actually spread it. It goes in the upper outer quadrant of one side. But you have to do both sides.
That doesn't. Come on, see, look, both of y'all just he's biting his lip when he's benching him, bro. What the fuck is going on right now?
It's gay. If you don't bite your lip, it's
gay. I don't. I think you might have that backwards. I'm not gonna lie. I'm pretty sure it's the other way around. But you know what? I'm gonna let you have it. It was y'all did it, not me.
One more story real quick, and then we can shift gears. Have either of you guys, did you ever watch Surviving the Cut, Grimzy?
Yeah.
You never seen it, Erik? All right, so the first episode of Surviving the Cut, the Ranger School one, I'm in, not as a student, but I'm there as cadre. There's 2 edits of it. There was one, because I think it originally aired on Spike TV, and then it went to Discovery, one way or the other. I can't remember which way it went. But my buddy, and I want to have him on here sometime, Jake Munt, he's in the Sniper School episode. I was still there at that point in time. But during the Ranger School episode, he was one of the guys in, I can't remember if he was in Merrill's or Abel's platoon. Doesn't really matter. But there's a scene when they're doing the Darby Queen, and the guy falls and kind of does the splits on the sandbag. And my buddy Schwark pulls the guy out. And because if you have any medical attention given to you, if we have to administer aid of any kind or give you any medication, drop a line, do anything like that, you're done. And then you might be recycled to the next class. You might be kicked out if it's weather related, whatever, it doesn't matter. So he picks him up by like the pleats on the back of his top, right? And he's like dropping him on his ass from like a foot off the ground. He's like, "You feel better yet? You feel better yet?" And I'm standing off in the distance. I have no idea that the camera's there. And dude, I'm just fucking dying. I'm laughing. I'm so hard. The 2 of the fucking RIs.
You say what?
I'm laughing at my buddy. He's picking this because we're not allowed to render aid to anybody, or they get kicked out of the school. So he's trying to be like, "You feel better yet?" Like dropping him on his ass over and over again because he did the splits and fucking like cracked his nut on a sandbag. He's like, I don't want to have to give you aid, so you feel better yet? You feel better yet? And I'm over here in the fucking distance just laughing my ass off watching this while Discovery Channel is fucking recording me laughing at this fucking student.
Yeah, dudes will go out, like they will fucking they will walk around with broken bones and all kinds of shit just to not get kicked out.
Yep. I can't tell you how many people.
Oh yeah, I know people that did it.
We had a couple guys. We had guys that would like there were specific. I think they had 24 total hours of sick call. I think they could have per phase. So there were guys that would like gamify where they knew how long it would be in and out of the aid station in the morning, or depending because we did reverse cycle for a couple months too, and it was really fucking hot. So depending on the time of the day before they would go out to the box to do their training, they would gamify to like get whatever they needed, get in and out as quickly as they could. And because every night or every day we'd have to do foot checks and all that kind of shit. So there were some things that we could talk to them about if they needed some shit. But yeah, dude, there were some of those guys got really, really fucked up. Then the Sniper School episode, when they recorded that one, the Army Sniper School episode to be specific, my buddy rolled his ankle before the final ruck march, and he came banging on my fucking door, and because like I said, I lived in the barracks, so he came banging on my door to ask me if I could wrap his ankle, and I think it was like a Sunday, so the aid station on Camp Rogers wasn't even open. They had just rebuilt this building. It was hit with a tornado like 2 years prior, and they rebuilt the building. It was like $2 million. And I went down. I didn't have my keys, but my car was unlocked. So I opened my car. I got my fucking buck knife out, and we had the French ambulance bay doors, and they hadn't installed the little center column thing. So I went and just popped the fucking door open, walked in, grabbed a bunch of shit, gave him some pain meds, and wrapped his ankle. And of course, they caught that on camera too. They caught me on camera fucking breaking into the building. Yeah. Yeah.
No.
Yep. It's in the episode too. It was fucking hilarious. We were watching it in the day room, and as soon as I saw them pan to the scene where we were walking to the door, I was like, God damn it.
I gotta see if I can find that.
That's fucking
I
hilarious.
gotta see if I can find.
I think
that
the-
shit.
The Sniper Skull episode, I think, is like season 2, episode 6 or something like that. I think season 2, episode 6 or episode 3. But it's so Jacob Munt is my buddy that's like the main character of that episode, and he'll come on here at some time. He lives up in Wisconsin and was like last time he was like working for one of the fucking 3-letter agencies. So, anyways, while Grimzy's looking that up, Erik, we brought you on here to talk more about some of the family stuff. I know for the viewers that are coming over from the live stream from Monday, we had spoken about how you didn't have your children, at least the 2 daughters that have autism, nonverbal autism, during your time in the military. So out of curiosity, did you have anybody under your command that had children that had some of those conditions? Anything that might have taught you something?
So I did have a few times actually soldiers that had, were NCOs that had kids that were disabled.
Okay.
One was actually one of my really close NCOs, his son had autism and a bunch of other medical conditions too. He had cerebral palsy on top of it. It was a harsh situation. He actually passed a few years ago. His son did.
Oh.
And my brother he has cerebral palsy, so I've dealt with disability in one way, or from a leadership perspective, and also from just my family.
So what is that like? Because I was never in a leadership capacity of that kind or anything like that. I was never even a squad leader. Because I literally when I was at RTB, like my squad leader was like E6s and shit, and I had gotten there as E4. But what was it like trying to determine whether or not somebody was like trying to pull something over on you? Like how did you handle that?
I mean, honestly, from the officer to NCO relationship, it's a lot more trust based. It's not like dealing with Joe. At that point, you know that you're gonna get BS'd. You know that that's gonna happen. But in a situation like that, you generally know that what's happening with the kid. Like I ask, I mean, like a good NCO would ask, as a good officer would ask, like, hey, what's going on with your kid? How's everything going? Like, and just little questions. When I was the company commander, I leaned heavily on my first sergeant to handle that kind of stuff.
Right.
I was aware of it. We had a lot more domestic issues than that, but
that's every hour, I feel like you can't escape that. I'm not saying that like in a good way.
Yeah, recruiting was a trip though. I mean, I saw some crazy shit in the infantry, but recruiting was a trip. But disabled. So I only had like I think one disabled kid as a company commander, and generally just whatever they needed. Like, you need to take a day off, like, we'll figure it out. Like, we'll work around it. Work around, like, making sure that we can accommodate you. And that's, I never felt like it was favoritism. I always felt like that was just, like, something that you should do as a leader. It's not favoritism. I mean, it's a situation that they can't control.
Right.
So, and I always, as a good leader, you have to have empathy. So you always try to put yourself in the other person's shoes and say, okay, what's reasonable, And I would try to go a little bit beyond that usually. Like, hey, they would ask for half a day off. Be like, take the day. I mean, like, they especially if they were being reasonable about it, then I'm gonna go over and like be like, but if they're like, hey, I need a week off because my kid has a doctor's appointment for his bunion. Then I'm like, nah, sounds like you got a personal problem, so figure it out. I don't really give a shit. I'm not gonna sit there and coddle people, but when it comes down to like legitimate shit like that, I was always about taking care of them.
So have you ever had anybody try and take advantage of any of the systems like Red Cross messages or anything like, or abuse it? I guess I should
Oh
say.
yeah, yeah. Especially as a platoon leader. Yeah, when I was a platoon leader, I had some funky Red Cross messages come across, and as soon as you could tell too, it's bullshit, and it was pretty easy to weed out. And if we saw bullshit, I would just go to the company commander, and be like, no, nope. We can, because Red Cross does a decent job of vetting it, but you can call Red Cross back and ask if they verified a specific piece of information. Like, for example, we had one kid, his grandma passed, and he did a Red Cross message for that. You don't do a Red Cross message for your grandma passing. What you do is you come on, you ask me for like a pass or for leave.
Right.
Like to go to like a funeral or something. I mean, and he's like, I gotta leave right now. I'm like, not to be rude or anything, but she's dead. Like, what are you gonna do? Like, I'm not trying to be a dick, but like, she's not here anymore. Like, I get it. You're sad. You want some time off. That's one thing. But he was like, I'm gonna go kill myself, and I was like, oh my god, like, are you serious right now? So I had to go get the chaplain shit. It was funny because my platoon sergeant came back on a Monday. Had this fucking Bowie knife, and he fucking stabs it in the desk, and he goes, here, you cut laterally, not horizontally.
Damn it.
And I was like, God. I was like, ugh, there goes my career. But NCOs can do shit that an officer just cannot do.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, yeah, you can read through. Some of us can read. You can read people. You can tell when somebody's full of shit, and I'll call them out on it. Sometimes I let them get by with it. Like, I know you're full of shit, and there's really nothing I can do about it, but I just want you to know that every detail that comes up for the next fucking 6 months, you're on it. So go enjoy your fucking day off, stupid ass.
Yep.
Whatever. Like, I just, one thing I can't abide is lying. I hated lying. Like, if you're honest with me, like, I'm cool as fuck.
We had one guy that abused it, and I don't even remember what it was. I just remember that, because obviously, like, we were all kind of tight-knit, but at the same time, like, you don't really have to give me all the details. He's just going to be gone. We got to cover down. Okay. And I remember he made a post, I think, on social media, and they were like, oh, yeah, game on. Caught you now, motherfucker. Like, nobody was suspicious, but he slipped up one time. And so as soon as he got back, our platoon sergeant, the company commander, our brigade surgeon, everybody, they were like, hey, bud, how about some receipts? And he's like, oh, well, when I went to the gas station, I checked no. And they're like, okay, so pull up your bank statements. Let's see where you got gas on this trip. Couldn't do it. Fucked himself over big time there.
Yep.
And all he had to do was stay off social media, and nobody would have been any the wiser.
No, most of the people that do stupid shit like that are stupid. I mean, they I can't tell you how many times guys have gotten themselves caught, and I'm like literally giving them rope. Like, go ahead, here's some rope, here's some more rope, and I just wait for it because I know it's coming.
Yep.
Like, I know it's coming, and I know like it's written. Like you're gonna shit all over yourself. Like, I already know it's coming.
Yep.
I used to love to do that. Like, I used to love to trap dudes. Like, just give them rope and just let them fuck themselves up, and then that can drop the hammer.
And the worst part is that they don't have the awareness to realize what's happening. There's like,
I'm just so you know, this whole section right here, I'm gonna clip out of context and post, just so y'all know.
All right.
I just love trapping people. Yeah, just give them rope and they fuck themselves. All right, buddy. All right, you got it. You got it, man. Leave it in, man. But leave it in.
I'll make sure I clearly mark the project files for you.
You're not gonna hurt my feelings. No, but there were dudes like but they're like people like you sit there and you just kind of like smile. You just watch them do it. You're like, this is gonna be fucking good, bro. I can't wait to see how this ends for you. Like, I already know what's gonna happen, but good luck.
Yep.
I had one kid. I don't need to go into long detail, but I mean, between a Thursday and a Friday, he went from E1 to E4, or E4 to E1.
I was gonna say that'd be fucking
Yeah,
badass.
he went from E4 to E1, and then we went out to the field the following Monday, and he tried to do a sharp complaint. That's sexual harassment for anybody that doesn't know, against me and the NCO, who we just demoted him that following Friday. So that did not work out for him the way he thought it was going to work out. So there's my kid.
It's like a shadow. That could have been Shad's for all we know.
That was Kron.
Shades.
Shades. But then I put his ass on top of a hill for 2 weeks and let him. The only thing I gave him to bathe was a 5-gallon thing of water and some dial soap, and I said, "Have a nice fucking 2 weeks." And you know, and I was smiling all the time, like, dude, you're digging your own hole, bro. Like, there's no way out of this. And then he got out of the army like 2 months later. Yeah, he was. Yeah.
So I guess there is a way out of that.
Yeah, yeah. And then he tried to call me for a reference.
Yeah. Yeah,
No.
all right, buddy.
No, he's like, I'm so sorry I was the way I was. No.
I don't think I ever used anybody from. I was like far enough out when I tried to get my first job after the army because I went right into school. And
Yeah, I mean, at that point, you know.
yeah.
No, I did have to. I had to use my my old. I think I used my old battalion XO, who became the brigade S3. I think I used him for my referral, and I hadn't worked for him for like 6 years.
But that was you were going more for like a professional job then, right? He was probably going
Right,
for
yeah,
his like burger flipping job.
Yeah, exactly. No, he was trying to do IT, and yeah, I told everybody in the shop. I said, if any people giving him a referral, I'm gonna fucking stab you.
That's wild. Yeah, I hated our comms guy. Not because it was anything of his fault, but it was always like, why is everything fucking teeth pulling? Like, why can't my laptop just work? I need to enter shit in fucking MedPro. It's just, I know how to make it work, but you motherfuckers won't let me. I don't have the access to do it. I can't legally fucking do it.
No, and then they took it. What year was it? I think it was 2012. They took away admin rights for the commo sections. They took away our admin rights. So we it was like, what the fuck? So what are we supposed to do now? So yeah, no, I fucking hated commo.
Yeah.
It was the worst. Not as much as recruiting though. Oh yeah, back to family stuff.
Yeah.
Where are we at?
Now that you have shades creeping in the background and stuff, you know, we can talk more about the kids and the family life. So I actually, until you said that on the live stream, I didn't even realize that the surgery was that recently. So was that was the first surgery then?
No, that was my daughter's 5th open heart surgery.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
And so I guess we should step back. How did this originally come to be? Like, was she born like some congenital condition? Is something she developed?
Yeah, she was born with a congenital heart defect. So, hypoplastic right heart syndrome, HRHS.
Okay.
I know Grimzy hates acronyms. But
I'll let it slide for this one.
But at her 20-week scan before she was born, we knew that she had a condition. And you know, at the time, dude, I was in IT sales, doing great, you know, out of the army. Hell, I was in my first month in this job. I made a fucking $28,000 commission.
Wow.
I mean, it was awesome. You know, like it was my first time actually having money. You know, I'm like, holy shit, this is great. And then she was born, and like, I was not prepared at all. Like, I knew that she was gonna have issues. I figured, you know, we'll spend some time in the hospital. You know, then she gets the surgery. You know, I didn't really understand what any of that meant. Dude, I was in a sales call in her ICU room about a week after she was born, and they had to resuscitate her in front of me. And I quit my job the next week. And that was like during COVID too.
Oh, so she's real young.
Yeah, she's 5. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So her first year, we were in the hospital a total of 9 months. Her first year. And then she did 3 open heart surgeries that year, and then things were kind of good. Like between like about 1.5 until about, I guess, 4, things were golden, like no issues. And then maybe it was 3.5. Yeah. Anyways, fucking last year, I guess, what year is this? 25. So 23. So November of 23, we moved to Reno, Nevada. My wife got a badass job, and I had just started working as a technology manager, like a director of technology. So I started working again. I was like, things were kind of looking good again. Like, we moved out to Reno from Houston. I literally, I was about to put this house in the market, and then she got sick. And I don't need to go into all this. It was a lot of shit, but we almost lost her in January. So basically, she got sick in December, like 2 days after Christmas. We ended up flying to Vegas, and then we ended up in Salt Lake City. Vegas was a shithole, by the way. But the for like an ICU, like the ICU, okay. Yeah, the ICU. It was the Nevada only has 1 cardiac ICU for children, 1. Oh. And I would rather be in a county jail, just to be candid. I'm not even exaggerating. It was a shithole. But then we ended up in Salt Lake City, which was a much better ICU, and we almost lost her to RSV. Okay. And which is like a really bad flu that it's really dangerous for kids, especially kids with like her. And that's when I was completely anon on X, and like I was just here to post memes, dude, like, and talk about guns and politics and shit. That was it. I was just trying to be a troll, just hanging out. I had like 400 followers, like I was a nobody. And then I posted a photo of her, like with all the shit hooked up to her, because we were losing her, and I just said, like, what am I supposed to fucking do? Like something like that. It was like, how do I do this? It had like 1 million views.
Wow.
And just went absolutely viral. And then, so we made it through that, and I kind of, so many people were reaching out, so I just started to update people like on what's happening. Because that's when Ed from SMC, he reached out, and that's when because we didn't even sell this house. We went out to Reno, and I blew my savings to go out there, and so we were broke, and now we have to move the whole family back to Houston. And it was a complete shit show, and so we moved it was between them and GoFundMe, and obviously once you do GoFundMe, like, everybody knows who you are, so so much for anon. But yeah, so then we moved the whole family back. Her and I were in the hospital. We actually got flown from Salt Lake to Texas Children's, and they're like, yeah, you have to do a transplant in Salt Lake City. And then we came here to Texas, and they're like, no, we're just going to do a mitral valve repair, and then hopefully not need to do a transplant. We did the repair, and then 2 days before Christmas, they told us, nope, we have to do a transplant. So, so basically, since that time, we were working towards transplant. I was hoping to do it, like, go into the hospital, like around like June or July. But by like February, she couldn't even climb the stairs anymore. So like I was having to like carry her up and down the stairs. Like if she ran across my office here, she'd be out of breath. Like, so they brought us in, and then she and I lived in the hospital for 4 months. And it was actually on day 100 when they came in. They had her hooked up to an IV the whole time through a PICC line on Milrinone. And which is, it sucks because here she is, she's autistic, she's nonverbal, she has a PICC line hooked up to her. Dude, she would like literally run off with this like only like 10-foot long PICC line, and I would like have to like chase her with this like IV tree like down the hall, and she's at a full sprint, so she doesn't rip it out of her arm. It was a trip. But yeah, day 100, she got a heart. They came in. We're like, yeah, bro, let's go. And so on August 29th at I think it was 1:23 a.m. Her heart started beating, and we've had a new life ever since. It's kind of yeah. I thought I was gonna be there for like over a year. I really did. Like all the other kids there are like there for like a year. So we were only there for 100 days.
Was there?
Well, and then the post-op.
Was there any specific reason? Like, was her condition just?
No. So she was. I mean, you have kids in there that are hooked up to like heart pumps, dude. Like literally, like it's a trip. They're literally walking down the hall. You can see this pump, like literally pumping their heart. It's a trip.
Yeah.
So it's luck of the draw, really, for when they get it or don't get it.
So once you hit the A1 status or 1A status, that like you're at the top. Like everybody's top, but everybody's got different blood types, and then you got antibodies. So like she's A positive, and that's the largest portion of the population. And then her antibodies were super low. This is all shit I learned over the process. Like when you get a transplant, like you hear about rejection and shit, it's usually like if you have the same antibodies, like you and I had the same flu or some shit, and we have the same antibodies, and you get my heart, your body will start to fight it because it has the same antibodies. It's like two positive cells, like just pinging off each other, and that causes rejection. Well, she had very low antibodies, which is crazy because she had 4 open heart surgeries. I don't even know how many blood transfusions. Like it was kind of a shock when we actually got her results on her antibodies. So that was what really pushed us over the edge. Like the whole time we were there, like after my first month there, she was like number 2 for one heart. She was like number 4 for another heart. Like it was multiple times. And then yeah, so yeah, well, we were fortunate. I mean, the kids with O positive blood, they're there for like 2 years, man.
That's crazy.
And I don't really know all the specifics, but it's crazy.
So this is gonna seem like a weird question, but I'll kind of make it make sense in a minute. What would you say that like the like emotional environment was? Like, did people seem like they were faking it to like pretend to be happy, or was it just miserable and everybody was like, did people try to make the best of it, or was it just purely sadness?
No, it's not purely sadness. I mean, because when you have a child that's literally every day is like a kind of a miracle.
Yeah.
You kind of treat it like that. And that's literally like how most of us were. Like you're just happy to have today.
So were you guys like in true isolation, or were you allowed to interact with other people?
No. So at Texas Children's, they have the 23rd floor, which is like, that's where it's a loop basically.
Okay.
And all the rooms are like on the outside with all the admin like kind of in the center. And so we'd just walk the floor, just do loops around the floor and shit. You got to know everybody. We got to know you. You don't really. It's hard to build relationships with other parents there because you're afraid.
Yeah.
Of what could happen. You don't want to get to know them too good. It felt like that a lot of times. Like there were some parents that were just really open and cool, and man, I would just sit there and chat. And we became tight. But there were some parents like, man, they are terrified, and so you didn't really want to, and you're looking at some of the kids. And you're like, this isn't gonna go well if something doesn't happen sooner rather than later.
Yeah.
And
then they hate you because yours worked out and theirs didn't, and
yeah, I mean, I only saw one parent that was obviously impacted by the fact that we were getting a heart and they weren't. And I didn't blame him. But I could see it in his eyes.
Yeah.
Like, when is it going to be my turn? It was hard, man.
Terrible.
You want to talk about, yeah, I mean, when we were 2 days after Evelyn, and I did post it. It's like 2 or 3 days after Evelyn got her heart. One of the kids that had been there for about 300 or 400 days, he passed.
Oh.
Yeah, fucking sucked. This is all sad shit. But I mean, but most of the parents up there on the floor were really generous. Like, we weren't trying to create relationships with each other, but like, you can't help but, you know, ask how their day's going. But we never really asked, but like, we never got to know each other. You know what I mean?
So
never.
The reason why I asked is because I didn't have to do much with peds when I was going through school. I had to do just like a couple hours or whatever. But the most eerie, I don't know if you want to call it that, interaction that I had to do like 8 hours in a renal dialysis clinic. That place is fucking depressing, man. Dude, everyone in there is just fucking miserable and angry, and like a lot of them, because they'll like skip, you know, sessions, so then they get really sick, and then they get brought in, and they're like, I just wanted to go and hang out, and I don't want to do this anymore. Dude, I swear everyone in there seemed like legitimately suicidal. It was fucking crazy.
No, the vibes were definitely way more up tempo than that. I mean, you got kids there, like, you know, the nurses there are fantastic. Like, they cared, like they genuinely cared. You had the child life team, which was phenomenal, always doing like painting and like movies and music and all kinds of shit. Like, it was like being like kind of like in a it was funny. The ICU nurses called our floor Disneyland. I mean, because it's constantly just, you know, it's the parents are in full control up there. I mean, the nurses just come basically to do like fucking the
drugs and
vitals. Just do the vitals, just to do vitals. Hell, I did the drugs. I just waited for them to deliver them.
Yeah,
you know, that was it. I did all the drugs myself. The only thing that I couldn't do was the pick line. So they handled the IV tree, but I did all the oral shit. But
with her being nonverbal, I guess one of the questions that I would ask is how, or was she able to interpret other people's emotions? Like, did she know when something was going on?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she could read the vibes in the room. Shit, like, I could tell her, and I tested it a few times where I would tell her what's going to happen, like a few hours before, and she'd have no, and I would do it like I wouldn't have any like different demeanor or anything, and I would just tell her like, hey, you know, we're gonna do this, and this later today, you know, and just to test it, and she would have no clue, and then all of a sudden the nurse would come in, and she'd look at me, and I could see the change like instantly. She knew, oh fuck, here we go, like she could just tell.
So you don't think, so this is going to be kind of a poor analogy, but so like our youngest, he doesn't have any of those conditions, right? But like you could tell him something and he's like, and then he's off like in his own world. And then when the reality hits, even though he did hear you and can understand you, he just didn't care enough in that moment. Is there any possibility? No,
there's no connection, zero connection there. I mean, with her, like, it is like, it's like talking to a baby sometimes.
So she doesn't have any form of communication, because I know some.
So she signs.
You know, some kids have. Okay, yeah.
She signs for things that she wants. She's beginning. So we started. That was one of the things like we were really looking forward to getting started when we got home, is the autism therapy. So she's starting to understand some things, like come here, like let's eat, like just very basic, the shower time. Like that's about the max of what we can communicate to her now. And then she can communicate maybe about like 5 or 6 different things. Like I want, you know,
now
popcorn.
have they said whether that can improve over the years?
It will improve. Whether or not she's going to be verbal, we don't know. You know, during the live stream, the lady was asking about the drugs. I'm really looking forward to trying out the Leucovorin and seeing if that'll help both my girls with their you know, being verbal. And I didn't even mention it. You know, I got a 2-year-old boy too, and he's not autistic. Yeah, I have 4 total.
Okay.
He's not autistic, but he is nonverbal. So yeah, he's almost 3 now, and he doesn't say anything. He says like, he says my dog's name. He says Oddball. My dog's name is Oddball.
Like from Bond?
No, it's actually from fucking the
Or no, it was Odd Job.
Yeah, you're thinking of Odd Job. No,
Yeah.
Oddball. It was damn it, what is his name? Hold on, I'll have to look it up. But anyways, that's about it. That's all that he can really communicate. So I'm hoping that drug Lucavarian can help. You know,
Is it true developmental delay, or is it just he doesn't want to?
I think he just doesn't want to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you think it has to do with his sisters not speaking to where he just kind of wants to be like them in that way of wanting to speak?
I think it's them. Like because he can be super lazy with us. Like because my girls, like, I have to do everything for them, like everything.
Right.
You know, and so he gets kind of the same treatment. So he doesn't really need to work for it. You know, he's like, I'm hungry. Like all he has to do is now the difference between him and them, right? So if he's hungry, like he wants his like milk or something, he'll literally walk over with his milk bottle and hand it to me and go, you know, and he's saying more. Or he'll show me what he wants. The girls won't do that. They won't like walk over and show me what they want. They'll just get really pissed off and start throwing
And at that
shit.
point, it's just a guessing game at that point.
It is. And with Evelyn, when we got back from Nevada and we first got here to Texas, it was the first time she actually started to like communicate with me. She started to pull my hand and take me to places to show me what she wanted. I mean, and that was like such a huge leap for us just to even get that much, where I could be like, okay, she wants water or she wants food. Like that alone was like an absolute game changer for us, because she wasn't throwing a fit anymore and me having to try to guess it, you know.
That's, man, it definitely, because we have 4, 2 boys, 2 girls. So knowing that the worst thing that we have to deal with are temper tantrums and teenagers, you know, it's having to deal with somebody day in and day out. That was the two sets of patients that I never want to deal with were pediatric patients and old people from nursing homes. I did not want to deal with people shitting themselves or pissing themselves. We talk about this like fucking every episode.
That's literally both groups. That's both groups. Yeah.
I only, and I shouldn't say I like, but the only thing that I really enjoyed working was trauma and cardiology, because, dude, like, as mean as this sounds, it passes the time. You could have like 3 patients, major trauma, or STEMIs, whatever, and it'd be your entire fucking shift in the ER.
Yeah.
And you're there and somebody's like, hey, you can go home now. And you're like, oh shit, cool. See you tomorrow. You know?
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's a good day. Any day that you can, like, where the day just passes by like that at work, like,
yeah.
Man. Yeah.
It's like,
best.
I'm the kind of person that operates well under stress. I don't like just sitting.
Yeah, I prefer to be like doing shit.
Yeah.
I think most of us are like that though.
And then Grimzy's out here like living his best life on X, talking about all these different jobs and opportunities and stuff that he's been doing.
I wouldn't call it living my best life. I wouldn't call it living my best life. I would call it a midlife crisis.
But you've been posting about it like in a like appreciative kind of way, where you're just like, you know,
yeah, I mean,
a chance.
Anything to keep from starting a shotgun. You know what I'm saying? You got to look at it. You got to look at it in the best way possible. Because if not, the doom and gloom takes over. And as soon as the doom and gloom takes over, it becomes a nightmare, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm a person that's dealt with a lot of mental disorders, I guess, in a way. You know what I'm saying? Depression, fucking shit like that. So just even a little bit of doom and gloom that gets into my head can fucking set me back for a month. So I don't have the liberty to fucking be able to sit here and woe is me, because as soon as that happens, that's you won't see me post videos for 2 weeks. As soon as that, if you see me not posting anymore, it's because something's taking over. So I'm trying to keep that from going. So
we're gonna send
the more and
crew
more
to Grimzy's house to go rescue him.
yeah.
Drag him out to
No,
the range by his fucking feet kicking and
fucking
screaming.
Paranoia will kick in. I start shooting through the door.
My last question then for you, talking about the mental health and stuff aspect of it. Was it more like motivational to you, like I need to get through this for her, or was it more like detrimental to you, like I really just don't want this to continue? Like, which I'm sure that you probably had ebbs and flows, but
I mean, yeah, it's definitely ebbs and flows, but I would definitely say, she has driven me like she, well, all my kids are drivers for me. Her especially. I never felt like woe is me. Honestly, like the one time that I did, it's crazy. When I posted that on X, and because I was just fucking lonely, man. Like I'm sitting there watching my daughter basically die. The doctors told me that, like, they don't know. Like, there's literally there was nothing else that they could do at that point. Like they wouldn't even be able to resuscitate her if she stopped breathing at that point. Like there was just nothing to do. Thank God she came out. But that's when I made that post, and that was at the bottom. And everybody reached out, man. It was crazy. I never would have thought, like, just people saying, "Hey, man, you're okay. Like we're here." Like I never thought that would actually impact somebody. It fucking probably saved me, honestly, like at a bad time, like, because I looked at my life just going like, oh man, like it's already sucked, like a lot of the shit that we've had to deal with, but like this is just like bottom of the barrel, like, and they everybody just helping us out, man. It's a trip. Like people are fucking good. There's some good motherfuckers out there. Like, I mean, really, like there's so many people I could thank. I don't even know where to start. But like being in the hospital now, like from a mental health perspective, fucking sucked. There were some days where, I never thought about starting a shotgun, but I definitely joked about it. I mean, like, fuck, it sucked, man. I mean, the only thing I was doing was like, I was listening to audiobooks and like hanging out on X. I was like, what else am I going to fucking do? And I'm trying to keep Evelyn from destroying the hospital room. That was like the other thing. Like, please, that fire extinguisher, you need to leave that alone. Yeah, we don't play with those needles.
So what was the room like? Like, did you have your own bed, or did you just have to sleep in the hospital bed?
So she has her hospital bed, and then I had like this like pull out couch of just terribleness.
So normal hospital room.
Yeah. So I I'm a veteran of long hospital stays, so I went and I got a freaking memory foam pad and had blankets and shit and like a little mini fan. So I mean, it was tolerable. I mean, my back is still killing me. I'm not even joking, dude. I'm still fucked up. I gained like, I don't know, like fucking 25 pounds over that 4 months. Yeah. So
Were you walking in there with a fucking 6-pack every night?
No, dude. I drank one time while I was there. My buddy, it was actually a high school buddy that he retired from the Navy, and he had I don't know if you've ever drank Voodoo Ranger. It's an IPA.
Yep.
And I'd never really had it, and so we're out there, and he goes, "Bro, you need this," and I drank it. One beer, I was like, "Oh fuck!" Like I'm done. Like I was like, I'm a cheap date,
You probably were already fucking exhausted, and it just was able to hit you hard no matter what. I mean,
oh yeah,
dehydrated probably.
Yeah. Like, well, I mean, I can't honestly, like with the kids, like the two girls, like, I can't do those things.
Yeah.
Like that's not on the table for me. Like I can't drink. I can't do anything like that. There's just no way, because like I have to constantly like you probably hear of like eloping, like kids that elope. Man, they literally, like, if I don't keep my house is like I feel like it's a jail sometimes, because dude, my daughters, if they can get out the front door, bro, they will be down the fucking block like within 30 seconds.
I have the opposite problem. My children will not go outside unless we make them.
My 15-year-old, I literally just tell him I turn off his computer. One time I made him take his computer apart and put it in my office. And
Your headphones die, Grimzy?
yeah, probably. There you are.
Earbuds die?
We're doing some weird shit. I don't know what the fuck is going on. They didn't die, but they're just choppy.
Gotcha. Well, yeah, man, is kind of getting close on time here.
Yeah.
Are there anybody that you want to shout out? Is there any more of the story that we didn't really ask the right questions about?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, obviously, Cav for doing the shout out and getting me on here. I appreciate it. I mean, Ed, SMC Roasters, fucking Zinfinity Design. They hooked me up too. They took care of me. There's a lot of people out there that have done so much. As for my story, like, I don't know. Without everything that I've said, like, we have a pretty good fucking life. Like, my daughters, they're amazing. Like, every day I get to see them. It's kind of weird when you have an autistic kid. They learn something new every day. And it's like a little thing. Like, it's shower time. And when one of them actually starts to realize that it's shower time, like, and they come into the bathroom, you don't have to drag them in there. Like, it's like these huge wins. It's fucking crazy. And so, like, every day I feel like I'm winning.
That's good.
It's a trip.
Positive.
You know,
approach.
I kind of want to highlight your mentality for this shit. Because there's a lot of people, and maybe myself included, that probably wouldn't have the same mentality you have. And the fact that you never lost hope, and every day is a win for you. And, y'all were able to just stick it together as a family and really, really stand behind your family in that time. I don't know if anybody's ever told you how boss you are for that. That's not something that's easy. That's something that a lesser man couldn't do. And to be able to hear your story and hear the shit that you went through, and the fact that you can still sit here and joke, because for people who have kids that are verbal and don't have autism, that heart transplant, that's like your start over point, right? Everything becomes good after that. But in your situation, it's just the beginning. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that you could take that transplant as a blessing and then fucking go after it the next day, like, I'm right back in the fucking fight. That right there is huge, man. And like, there are parts in here where I get fucking goosebumps just thinking about the mental state you had to be in, and all them rough ass nights where you had to sit there with a smile on your face, even though you were fucking dying inside. That's some real man, real family man shit that I feel like needs to be highlighted in this world, man. And the fact that in your lowest moment, you could come to somewhere like X and get the rally that you needed. That post right there sets you up for success, to be able to fucking fight through every single fucking just trial and tribulation that was gonna come after that. Without that post, who knows if you would have had the same strength. You know what I'm saying? Without that post, who knows if you would have had the strength to fight this. And just through your fellow man, you know, you just having people in your fucking corner to pick you up one fucking time was enough to get you to just push through the rest of it, man. And that right there is that's fucking huge to me, bro. And you are an inspiration of what somebody going through hard times can get through. And even now to this fucking day, you love your kids, you love your family. You're grateful for every second and every minute, as chaotic as it might be. That right there is fucking beautiful, bro. And I just want to thank you for sharing your story with us.
Yeah, definitely. We greatly appreciate it.
I'm trying not to cry right now. Thank you.
Grimzy doesn't really typically get like that.
I got my feels, bro.
Grimzy doesn't really get like that deep into it, except with one other time, which that was the BX episode. If you've ever watched that, after hearing all the stuff with all that, and if you guys have never watched that episode, go check that out. But one of two at this point, where Grimzy's been like, "You're my people," and then on top of that, I know the people who stepped up for you, so it makes me even more proud to be part of that community. I could fucking hear it in his voice. I could see it in everybody's face. As I said a couple days ago, I don't even call it the corner anymore. I think all of X revolves around us. It's not you can still call it the corner, but we're like the center of our own fucking, where it's like the group is the sun and the planets revolve around it, or the fucking black hole in the middle of the Milky Way and all the fucking solar systems and shit revolve around it. Because dude, you can make a call to action like that and have so many fucking people stand up. We just had another guy in the circle, Nolan Nobody, you know, like he was struggling to find work and fucking bit the bullet and was like, guys, I need help, and put up the fucking Give, Send, Go thing, and people fucking rallied to it, and it happens time and time again.
Yep, I remember seeing that. Yep,
good people will step up for good people. That's the moral of the story.
Yeah, no, 100%. We're in the right corner.
Yep,
our circle,
the middle of the corner. With that being said, I know it's kind of a shift in emotions, but who'd you like to throw in the trunk? When you put somebody in the trunk every week, who you got?
Oh shit, Cav.
For throwing the bus.
I want that fucking. Cav, I want to see what his deal is. I've always wanted to.
Cav, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh man, yeah. Well, like I said, man, we appreciate you telling the story.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys.
And yeah, I don't know. This is another one of them episodes where I'm quiet for a lot of it because I'm trying to figure out the motions and the mental state of how all this shit would have been over them years for that. So I didn't mean to blindside you with the feels, but it just,
nah, it was good.
It finally comes out towards the end, brother. So again, we appreciate you coming out and telling your story, and I know it's a very personal story. So we're blessed to hear it and be able to, maybe help somebody else by you sharing that story.
I hope so. I want to address that real quick. I've had a lot of people come out and say that we've helped them by telling our story. So my one piece of advice is out there is, if you're having shit like this happen, don't hide it. Like, it's not just for you. I mean, it helps for other people to see that their shitty story is maybe not so shitty.
That's a fair point.
I can't tell you how many people said that, like, man, I thought my day sucked. And I was like, well, that makes me feel good about my day. Thanks. So you never know.
It really does, but especially when it's real, and people can tell when it's real. When you can tell the difference between somebody who's, for lack of a better term, is trying to grift off something, right? Like, and use some plight of something as a means to like their entire livelihood, versus somebody who legitimately cares about their family, legitimately cares about their children, and just wants shit to go their way for once.
What are the fucking odds of
I
that?
retract everything I just said.
Yeah, way to go, dickhead.
He reached out to me. He's like, hey, bro, we're sending you to Disney. I was like, fuck.
Way to be a dickhead, Drew. You see?
I promise I did not know that in advance. I was not trying to set you up.
No, but I know what you mean. Like, you see, like if you're really going through some shit, why are you at Disney? Like right now, last week you were begging for money. You're at fucking Disney this week. Like that doesn't make. How does that jive?
Yep.
Like you can follow our story. I mean, like we've been through this shit. Yeah, it's about time for us to go to Disney in a few months.
Damn,
like,
dude.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fucking regret saying that at all now. Like,
you're a fucking asshole, bro. You're a fucking dickhead, bro. And you should go to sleep. Hey, you should go to sleep tonight and think about that shit, all right? Really think about your fucking actions.
That might
As
be
soon
the
as you
first
said it, I
clip.
knew I was gonna fuck with you.
Yeah, that's fucked up, Drew. That's fucked up, man. And I don't know why you would say that to our homie right here, but you know what? You gonna remember that when we get off this episode. You gonna remember that shit.
Yep.
Fucking Disney dickhead. fucking dickhead, man. Well, listen. Again, we appreciate you coming on, man. Appreciate you coming on. For everybody out there, man. As always, love, peace, and chicken grease. We're gonna catch you on the next one.
Peace.
Truck tails!